Namaste, welcome all of you. This is your 23rd lecture in the series of online lectures and you are learning bookkeeping and accountancy standard 12. See, this is your 23rd lecture and you are going to watch it on 23rd of September itself. Coincidence. See, as it is the 23rd lecture, it would be my always advice for you that you have watched my earlier lecture before attending any lecture. So, I expect that you have watched my earlier lecture, that is lecture number 22. This is just suggested for your better understanding. We are learning bookkeeping and accountancy standard 12 of Maharashtra Board, HSC Board. And currently we are learning lesson number 1, that is Introduction to Partnership and Partnership Final Accounts. And we have covered these many competency statements as stated by board. And currently we are on the last competency statements, that is know how to find out the financial results of the business, here partnership business. Okay, apart from that, all these competency statements we have already completed from the introduction to partnership lesson. Okay, now for the partnership business, the capital accounts are maintained in two ways, either fixed capital method or by fluctuating capital method. And when we are solving the problems, we are always using any of these methods to maintain the capitals of the partners. See, these are the important adjustments. I always focus on this point that these must be by heart for you. Okay, see, these are the important adjustments with reference to profit and loss account. Which are the adjustments? Adjustment regarding bad debts, RDD and discount and reserve for discount on debtors and creditors. Okay, and apart from that, there are some another important adjustments with relevant to balance sheet, which are those bills receivable, bills payable, bad debts, RDD and discount and reserve for discount on debtors and creditors. Why these are the important adjustments? See, what is actually it is the important, what you have to remember, how to do the posting or recording of the important adjustments. Okay, that is shown in these two tables. What we learnt in our last lecture? In our last lecture, we have solved practical problem number 7, that is of Satish and Pramod, which is given on page number 59 to 60, which is of Satish and Pramod. And what we are going to solve today? Today we are going to solve practical problem number 8, that is of Nana and Nani, which is given on page number 60-61. Practical problem number 8. See, let's start to solve the problem. Practical problem number 8. See, now with this problem we have already solved 7 practical problems and 9 illustrations. So I hope that you must have come to know very well that how the recording should be done for posting of the items given in the debit side and credit side of the trial balance. As well as we have done lots of practice, 9 from illustrations and 7 from practical problems. So far we have solved 16 problems, and for all the 16 problems we have written here in front of the adjustment where it should be recorded. For the adjustment items we have written over here in short where it would be recorded. But now onwards, to save the time, we are quitting from this practice also. Okay, because it will save our time. So far you would have come to know where the items in the adjustment would be recorded. But what we will do the marking. We will read the adjustments. Okay, but we will do the marking against the items given on the debit side and credit side of the trial balance. Okay, or any special marking. For example, any adjustment which should be solved before solving any other adjustment, then we will make such markings. Okay, now see, this is the trial balance, debit side, amount rupees, credit side and amount rupees. Okay, now read here. Go to the first adjustment. Gross profit amounted to rupees 34,500, where it is recorded trading account credit side and balance sheet asset side. Now see, what has been given, what is the speciality of this, Now let's move to practical problem number 8, that is of Nana and Nani. Let's read the problem first. Nana and Nani are partners in partnership firm sharing profits and losses equally. So what you have to highlight over here? Here you have to highlight this word equally. They are sharing profits and losses equally. Okay, means 1:1. You are required to give effects of adjustments in profit and loss account and balance sheet with the help of following information. See, here you are expected to prepare profit and loss account and balance sheet only. It means something is missing. What is missing? You are not required to prepare trading account. If you are not required to prepare the trading account, then what must have been given? Then gross profit must have been given. Okay, see, now let's move to the, just look, have an overlook of the trial balance here. Trial balance as on 31st March 2019, debit balance amount rupees, credit balance amount rupees. Okay, now let's move to the adjustment. And first adjustment, gross profit amounted to rupees 34,500. See, I told you, no, if you are not required to prepare the trading account, it means gross profit must have been given, and the gross profit has been given. See, this is the new thing which you haven't yet came across. Okay, see, you didn't come across any of such adjustment in which gross profit was given and you were required to prepare P&L and balance sheet only. Now, what should be done of this gross profit? See, this is the new item, as this is the new item. For this item, we will write over here. Okay, gross profit, where it is recorded? It is recorded to the trading account debit side. Okay, as well as it is, see, here it is carried down and it is brought down or brought forward to the profit and loss account credit side. Okay, see, gross profit, when we solve as per the steps, trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet, we calculate the gross profit. And where do we calculate it? Where do we record it? Into the trading account debit side. But here gross profit is already calculated and given to us. Means where you have to record it? Because we have to create profit and loss account only, not the trading account. So directly we have to bring down this gross profit to profit and loss account credit side. Okay, remember this, because gross profit has been given. If instead of gross profit it would be gross loss, then where you would have recorded? Then you should have recorded to the profit and loss account debit side. Okay, now let's move to the second adjustment. Insurance paid for 15 months. What does this mean? Insurance, see, how much is the period of insurance paid? How you have to remember for such kind of adjustments? See, insurance is paid for the period which is more than 12 months. Okay, insurance is paid for the period which is more than 12 months, means which is more than a year's period. It means what? It means it has been paid for some months more than a year. Now, for how many more months it has been paid? See, what has been given? It has been paid for 15 months. Means it has been paid for some more months. And with effective from what? With effective from 1st April 2018. And this year ends on 31st March 2019. It means they must have taken an insurance policy on 1st April 2018. Okay, and insurance has been paid up to 15 months. For 15 months means you have paid insurance of 3 months extra. Okay, so what you have to record, what should be done for this adjustment? You have to make 2 mass against insurance, because we have to do the adjustment. We have to do the special calculations for calculating the insurance. What calculation should be done? How much is the prepaid insurance out of which this has been paid? Okay, so for this, make 2 mass against insurance item over here in the debit balance of trial balance. Next, depreciate land and building at 10% and furniture at 5% per annum. Okay, now where land and building are recorded? Given in the debit side of the trial balance. So move to the land and building and make 2 mass against here for calculating its depreciation. Okay, now see what is been given here in the bracket. To the land and building, addition of rupees 20,000 with effect from 1st July 2018. So we have to remember this, that out of the amount 50,000, some land and building was purchased on 1st April 2018 amounting to rupees 20,000. Why we have to bother about this? Because we have to remember this This should be considered while calculating the depreciation. Okay. See, depreciate land and building at 10%, so make 2 mass over here, and furniture at 5% per annum. So against furniture make 2 mass. Furniture is also given on the debit side of the trial balance. Next, write off rupees 1000 for bad debts and maintain RDD at 5% on sundry debtors. See, what is the first half part of this adjustment? See, it is writing off rupees 1000 for bad debts. What does this mean? These are new bad debts. And what do we do for the new bad debts? We add them to the debit side of the profit and loss account, to the old bad debts, the bad debts which has been given in the trial balance. We record them as it is in the profit and loss account debit side, and to those old bad debts we usually add these new bad debts which are given in the adjustment. But see, no bad debts has been given over here in this trial balance. Then what should be done? You have to directly record these bad debts. Okay, rupees 1000, because there are no old bad debts to which you can add these bad debts. So directly you can record these new bad debts. Okay, similar. So there will be no marking against any item in the debit balance. Similarly, the remaining half part of this adjustment number 4, maintain RDD at 5% on sundry debtors. Again, this is the new RDD, and new RDD is also added to the old bad debts which are given on the trial balance. But here no bad debts has been given. So similarly, as this half part of this adjustment, the same you have to do with the remaining half part of this adjustment. That is, you have to directly record this RDD at 5% on sundry debtors to the profit and loss account debit side. Okay, so there would be no marking against any items over here. Okay, but against any items of the bad debts. But where you have to record, you have to make 2 mass against sundry debtors, because you have, for these two, new bad debts and new RDD, you are going to make effects in the debtors. So you have to make 2 mass against sundry debtors. Then closing stock is valued rupees 34,500. See, for the closing stock, there is no any item against which we can make the marking. Then what should be done? See, the closing stock is valued at 34,500, means we have to record it to the trading account credit side and balance sheet asset side. Okay, so that we have to remember. So only against 4 items there are the adjustments. Okay, now what I had told you the rule to record them. See, the items given on the debit side of the trial balance can be recorded to the trading account debit side, profit and loss account debit side, assets. It can be deducted from the sales if there are sales returns are given, or only if returns word is given, then you have to deduct it from the sales, because those are the sales return if the returns are given on the debit side. Then profit and loss account, partners capital or current account debit side, or same can be deducted from the partners capital on the liability side of the balance sheet. Now for the items given on the credit side of the trial balance, where you have to record them? Either to the trading account credit side, or profit and loss account credit side, or to the liabilities, or you have to deduct from the purchases. Why? If item only returns is given on the credit side of the trial balance, then it is purchase return. So you have to deduct that much amount from purchases on the trading account debit side. Then it can be also partners capital or current account credit balance, or the same you can add to the partners capital under the liability side of the balance sheet. Okay, so if you remember this trick only, then it is very easy to post the items given in the trial balance. Now let's start to solve the problem. See, here what has been asked, trial balance and gross profit has been given, and after going through all the trial balance and gross profit items, you have to prepare the profit and loss account, and then you have to prepare the balance sheet. Okay, now let's start to solve the problem. Now let's start to solve the problem. Practical problem number 8. Okay, so accordingly the gross profit has been given to us, so we just have to prepare the profit and loss account and balance sheet. So accordingly I have made the formats or ruling for solving profit and loss account as well as balance sheet. Okay, but just to have the practice, I have also prepared the partners capital account. Why to have the practice? Because from the next lesson onward, that is admission of partnership, or all the lessons related to the partnership which you are going to solve later on, you are required to prepare the partners capital or current account. So it is good practice to have the solving partners capital account. Okay. Now as usual, so as to minimize the time, I have recorded all the items from the debit side and credit side of the trial balance to respective accounts. Okay, but then also we will solve now. First item, see, insurance amounting to rupees 15,000. First of all, there is an adjustment. So we will record insurance to the inner side of profit and loss account. See, directly we are starting with the profit and loss account in the books of Nana and Nani. So to the profit and loss account debit side, we will record the insurance rupees 15,000. Second, land and building amounting to rupees 50,000. Where it is recorded? Balance sheet asset side. See, this is balance sheet asset side under fixed assets inner column, because adjustment is there, land and building 50,000. See, so as to specify the different accounts, I have changed the columns colors, right? Colors of the columns. Then salaries amounting to rupees 5,000 recorded to the profit and loss account debit side. Two salaries rupees 5,000. Export duty, obviously for duty incurred for sending the material outside for exporting, profit and loss account debit side. To export duty rupees 2,500. Interest which is given on the debit side of the trial balance, it means this interest has been paid. So interest paid, which is an expense. So profit and loss account debit side amount rupees 1,000 to interest rupees 1,000. Then furniture asset rupees 40,000, on which there are two adjustments. So we will go to the balance sheet, furniture rupees 40,000. Okay, inner column under fixed assets. Then debtors amounting to rupees 26,000. Again balance sheet asset side under current assets, debtors amounting to rupees 26,000. Very few items were there on the debit side and the credit side of the trial balance. Okay, we record them. Then capital account Nana Nani. See, what is the amount given of the capital brought by them? Nana brought 50,000 and Nani also brought 50,000 capital. Okay, so we will record in the partners capital account. Okay, by balance brought down, Nana amount rupees 50,000 and Nani amount rupees 50,000. Then 10% bank loan taken on 1st October 2018. See, here this is an hidden adjustment. Why? No any specific adjustment given or explicit adjustment has been given on this interest loan, loan. So here the hidden adjustment is hidden. How can we come to know that adjustment is hidden? See, the loan has been taken by this firm, okay, at the rate of 10% interest. And when this loan has been taken? On 1st October 2018, which means obviously there is a liability on their head that they have to repay this loan amount rupees 30,000. Apart from that loan, they have to pay the interest also on that loan. Okay, from whatever financial institution they have taken the loan, they have to pay the interest as well as that principal amount of loan amounting to rupees 30,000. So which is the hidden adjustment? About paying the interest. Okay, see, no any explicit entry has been given that interest has been paid off this loan. Okay, so what does this mean? What does this mean? This means the loan interest is due. Okay, so we have to bother about this interest also. Okay, so this is the hidden adjustment. So we will remember it for the time being. Where we will record it? First, its first adjustment, recording 10% bank loan which is taken on 1st October 2018 amounting to rupees 30,000, and where it is recorded? Obviously balance sheet liability side. Okay, so balance sheet liability side. Okay, under long term liabilities we have to record 10% bank loan amounting to rupees 30,000. Okay, now we will remember this, we will remember calculation of the interest while solving the adjustment. Then, but for that we have made a mark over here that we have to remember it. As these marks are there, these are the explicit adjustment, it is the implicit adjustment or hidden adjustment. Okay, or indirect adjustment. All these are the direct adjustments. Now interest, see, this interest is given on the credit side of the trial balance. It means interest has been received. Okay, Okay, so it can be a revenue income also. So where it is recorded, interest is recorded to the profit and loss account credit side. Okay, this was the profit and loss account. Credit side we have to record as by interest rupees received amounting to rupees 1500, interest received. Okay, and this was interest paid. Okay, then bills payable liability amounting to rupees 8000, which will go to the balance sheet liability side under current liabilities. Bills payable amounting to rupees 8000. Okay, with this we have recorded all the items given on the debit and credit side of the trial balance. Now let's move to the adjustments. Okay, we can simply do like this. What is the hidden adjustment or the internal adjustment, that we can solve first. Okay, now let's move to solve the adjustments. Okay, see, internal adjustment, 10% bank loan. So what we have to calculate? We have to calculate the interest which is due for the period from which the loan has been taken up to the end of this financial year. Okay, so we have to calculate the interest due. For that we will write a working note. Okay, see, calculation of interest on bank loan. Okay, how we have to write? See, bank loan rupees 30,000 has been taken on 1st October 2018. It is given at the interest 10% interest rate. Okay, now hence for how many months the firm has utilized this loan? See, hence it has been taken for 6 months before the end of the financial year. How 6 months? From 1st October 2018 to 31st March 2019, it is the period of 6 months. So it is for the 6 months you have to pay the interest. Okay, that is from 1st October 2018 to 31st March 2019, it is a period of 6 months. Hence the interest on loan amount rupees 30,000 at the rate of 6%, at the rate of 10% for 6 months, rupees 30,000. Okay, hence the interest on loan amount rupees 30,000 at the rate of 10% for 6 months you have to pay. It is due. Which is due means which should be paid. And how it should be calculated? Rupees 30,000 into 10 upon 100, that is the interest rate, into 6 months divided by 12 months. For 12 months it is interest is per annum, that is per year. Okay, 10% interest rate is for year, and for how many months we have utilized this loan? For 6 months. So we just have to bother about the 6 months period only. So how should be calculated? 30,000 into interest rate into how many months out of the year we have taken the loan. Okay, so it comes to rupees 1500. Okay, so we'll record this interest to what? To this liability side first. Okay, this is the balance sheet liability side, and we had made the head. See, 10% bank loan was there, which we had recorded under the long term liabilities, and to that we have to add like this, add outstanding interest on bank loan with reference to working note number 2, which was amounting to rupees 1500. So total dues against the loan account, which is with bank, total dues against the loan are rupees 31,500. Okay, see, which this has been shown in blue color, means these are the adjustments. Okay, these are the adjustments. Okay, so this is shown in the red color. So red color are adjustments for the balance sheet. Okay, so 1500 was the outstanding interest. So that is the actually that was the interest that was an expense which should have been paid in that financial year, but they haven't paid it. So what we have to do? We have to record it to the expenses on profit and loss account debit side. What we have to record? To outstanding interest on bank loan rupees 1500. To whom? To which account? Profit and loss account. Okay. Now we have completed the internal adjustment. Now let's move to the explicit adjustment or the adjustment given below the trial balance. The first adjustment, gross profit amounted to rupees 34,500. What we have to do of it? We have to record to the profit and loss account credit side. See, for the adjustments I have shown in blue color. by gross profit brought down amounting to rupees 34,500. Okay, we have not to do anything, we don't have to do the second adjustment. What do we generally do? Generally we do that two recordings of the adjustments given below the trial balance. Okay, but here for the gross profit we don't have to do the two recordings. Okay, it should be recorded only on one place, that is by gross profit brought down 34,500 to the profit and loss account credit side. Next, insurance paid for 15 months with effective from 1st April 2018. See, where we had written about the insurance profit and loss account debit side, insurance rupees 15,000, but that 15,000 has includes the period of 15 months. Now see, if the insurance amounting to rupees 15,000 is for 15 months, then what is the insurance for 12 months? 12,000. Okay, but then also we will make the working note for it. Okay, to calculation of the interest. Let us go down. No, we haven't made it, but it is very simple. How to calculate it? Or we can write over here. We can write for the third adjustment, that is adjustment number 3. What we have to write? Calculation of insurance. Which insurance? Prepaid insurance. Calculation of prepaid insurance. Okay, how we have to calculate the prepaid insurance? See, the insurance amount rupees 15,000 has been paid for 15 months. Okay, 15,000 is the insurance amount which has been paid for 15 months. So the insurance paid in advance for what? Advanced against this financial year, against this or against current financial year. Okay, how much is the insurance paid in advance against current financial year? That is 15,000 is for 15 months. So 15,000 minus 12,000. Okay, 12,000 is what? What is 12,000? Because for 1 month it is 1,000. For 12,000 is for 12 months. So how much is the amount paid in advance? It is rupees 3,000. Okay, so 3,000 is the amount paid in advance. Okay, 15,000 minus 12,000. Okay, this is against working note number 3. Now let's move to the profit and loss account debit side. See, insurance which was paid 15,000 for 15 months, and see here no any date of, see here the date of insurance has been given with effective from 1st April 2018. Means it is very easy, simple, there are no complications. That it means starting from the first date of this financial year, starting from the first date of this financial year, this insurance is applicable. Okay, but which is paid for 3 months in advance against this current year. Okay, so 15,000 are for 15 months. So how much is the amount for 1 month? 1,000. So for 12 months it is 12,000. Then how much has been paid in advance extra? It is 3,000 only. Okay, so to insurance we will deduct this less prepaid insurance against working note number, what was the working note number? 3. Okay, against working note number 3 we have to deduct this 3,000 rupees, and the insurance which was actual due for this year was rupees 12,000. Okay, and 3,000 we have paid extra additional, that is a prepaid insurance, that is insurance paid in advance, that it is a asset for us for the time being. For which time being? Till the next 3 months of the next financial year. Okay, up to that 3 months of the next financial years are completed, that is a asset for us. Okay, so now for this financial year what we are considering, it is an asset. Okay, current asset. So we will record this current asset, balance sheet, asset side. Okay, under current asset we will record prepaid insurance amounting to rupees 3,000. Okay, as this is shown in red color means it is against adjustment. Okay, then depreciate land and building at 10% and furniture at 5%. Okay, but now what has been given against land and building item? The land and building which was amounting to rupees 50,000 on the last date of the financial year, that is on 31st March 2019, the amount of land and building which was 50,000, which includes the land and building which was extra purchased on 1st July 2018 amounting to rupees 20,000. Okay, see that what has been written, land and building rupees 50,000, addition of rupees 20,000 with effect from 1st April 2018. What does this mean? Whatever was the earlier amount of land and building, the amount of 20,000, the land of amount rupees 20,000 which was additional purchase during the year. Okay, so what we have to think about while calculating the depreciation, okay, on land and building. Now let's see, we have recorded it in the against working note number 1. Calculation of depreciation. On land and building. Okay, now let's see how we have to calculate. See, the value of land and building on 31st March 2019 is rupees 50,000 which is given. Land and building purchased on 1st July 2018. What was the amount of it? Rupees 20,000. Hence, land and building amounting to rupees 20,000 was in the form for 9 months only. Why? It was purchased on during the year. Okay, see, it was not from the start of the year. Land amounting to rupees 20,000 was not from the start of this financial year. It was purchased during the financial year. So when it was purchased on 1st July 2018. So from 1st July 2018 up to the end of this financial year, it has been in this business for 9 months only. Okay, from 1st July to 31st March there are 9 months. Hence, land and building amounting to rupees 20,000 was in the firm for 9 months. So depreciation on land and building amounting to rupees 20,000 at 10%. Why? The rate of depreciation has been given as 10% per annum, per year. Okay, for year it is 10%. Then for 9 months, how we have to calculate? 20,000 into 10 divided by 100, because this 10% is for 12 months, and for how many months it is there? It is with business 9 months. So what we have, it is applicable only for how much of months that is utilized. Okay, so similar calculations we have to do for the insurances also. Okay, loan also, interest on loan also. Then for calculation of the depreciation also, what we have to remember, for how many months it has given the benefit. Okay, may it be the loan, may it be the asset, or may it be the insurance, for how many months it has actually been given the benefit to the firm, those months we have to consider, and we have to divide those months divided by 12 months, because always the interest rate is applicable for year. Okay, and interest is which should be divided by 100, and when we do the calculation we get amount rupees 1,500. So 1,500 is the depreciation on the land which was purchased on 1st July 2018 amounting to rupees 20,000. Now apart from that, there was some land in the business starting from the first day of this financial year. What was the amount of that land? See, hence land and building amounting to rupees 30,000, that is 50,000 total, minus 20,000 which was purchased on 1st July was in the firm for 12 months, that is starting from the 1st April 2018. So depreciation on land and building amounting to rupees 30,000 at 10% for this year is equal to 30,000 into 10 by 100. We don't have to again multiply by 12 by 12, okay, because it is 1. So 30,000 into 10 by 100 is rupees 3,000. Okay, so 3,000 is the amount of depreciation on the land which was from the start of the financial year, and 1,500 is the 3,000 is the amount of depreciation on the land which was from the start of the financial year, and rupees 1,500 is the amount of depreciation on the land which was purchased on 1st July 2018. So the total depreciation is rupees 1,500 plus rupees 3,000, that is 4,500. Rupees 1,500 plus rupees 3,000, that is rupees 4,500, and we have to record it. We have to deduct that much of depreciation from land and building. See, land and building we had recorded to the asset side of the balance sheet, and we have to deduct that much of depreciation, less depreciation at the rate of 10% with reference to working note number 1. We have to deduct it. Okay, and what is the total? That is 4,500. What is the total amount of land and building on 31st March? It is rupees 45,500. Okay, next. Let's move to the next adjustment. And the second recording of this depreciation, we have to do it to the profit and loss account debit side. Okay, let's move to the profit and loss account debit side. Okay, and under the head to depreciation on, because this is the head, because we have to calculate depreciation on two assets. So we have given the head to depreciation on land and building amounting to rupees 4,500. See, whatever has been written in blue color are the adjustments. Now, next, calculation of depreciation on furniture. There is no special instruction has been given over here, so it is easy. Let's move to furniture, balance sheet asset side. Furniture rupees 40,000 and depreciation at the rate of 5%. So 40,000 less depreciation at 5%, rupees 2,000. So the total amount of furniture is rupees 38,000. Okay, so this depreciation we have to record to the profit and loss account debit side. Okay, under the same head to depreciation on furniture amount rupees 2,000. So total depreciation value is depreciation amount is rupees 6,500. Okay, next, write off rupees 1,000 for bad debts and maintain RDD at 5% on sundry debtors. Okay, so what we have to do? We have to go to the debtors. Okay, now balance sheet asset side debtors. What should be done first? See, the new debtors, that is less new bad debts rupees 1,000, we have to deduct from the debtors amount. So the remaining debtors should be rupees 25,000. Okay, and we have to maintain RDD at 5% on these remaining debtors. So what we have to do? Less RDD at 5%. So what is the 5% on 25,000? It is rupees 1,500. Okay, so we have to deduct 1,500 from this debtor. Okay, and the final amount of debtors we are getting rupees 23,750. But we have to record these new bad debts and new RDD to the profit and loss account debit side. Okay, so let's go to the profit and loss account debit side. See, to new provision for, there are two items, so I have given the heading. To new provision for, first new bad debts rupees 1,000, which is given clearly, and new RDD at 3%, we can write over here, new RDD at 3% amounting to rupees 1,250. So the total new provision for bad debts and RDD is rupees 2,250. Okay, we have completed adjustment number 4. Now, last adjustment, that is closing stock is valued at rupees 34,500. See, here we have to think again. See, where do we record the closing stock adjustment? Generally, always we record to the trading account credit side. Okay, and to the balance sheet asset side. But here, same as with the gross profit. Okay, we don't have to calculate the trading account. So we just don't have to think about its second adjustment or second recording of this closing stock. We just have to think about its one recording which is on the asset, under asset side of the balance sheet. So let's move to the balance sheet. See, this is the balance sheet. Okay, balance sheet, asset side we have to record closing stock amounting to rupees 34,500. Okay, with this we have completed recording all the items given on the trial balance as well as on the in the adjustment. Now let's calculate the net profit, because what you have been asked, you have to prepare the profit and loss account and balance sheet. So let's calculate the net profit. For that we will do the total of all the items given on the credit side of the profit and loss account, and the total is amounting to rupees 36,000. Okay, so we have to record this, write this same total to the debit side of the profit and loss account. Then we have to do the total of the amounts given, other amounts of the other items given on the profit and loss account debit side, and that total we have to deduct from the final total, and we will get the what we will get, the net profit. Okay, so this is what, to net profit transferred to partners capital accounts. How much amount? 5,250. And how it should be distributed? Equally. So 5,250 divided by 2. So Nana will get rupees 2,625 and Nani will get 2,625. And we have to record it. It should be transferred to partners capital account. So let's move to the partners capital account. See, there are no drawings, no goods withdrawn, only credit side items are there. Okay, so we have already recorded their balance, capital balances. Okay, now we just have to give them their profit share. How we have to record it? By profit and loss account, profit. Okay, rupees 2,625 to Nana and the same profit 2,625 to Nani. So the total amount of Nana's capital, okay, will be 52,625 by the fluctuating capital method. Okay, because their capital will increase with the addition of this profit, and the same amount of capital for Nani, 52,625. As there are no deductions, same will be carried forward for the next year. Okay, so let's move to the balance sheet. Balance sheet, under capitals, partners capital, we will record Nana's capital 52,625 and Nani's capital rupees 52,625. So the total of the capitals of both partners is rupees 1,05,250. Okay, as we have recorded all the adjustment, all the items given, and we have taken the totals to the outer columns also wherever it was required. Okay, so we will do the total of asset side items. So the total of the assets is rupees 1,44,750. Let's check or let's tally the total, the amounts given on the balance sheet liability side. Okay, when we do the total of the amounts given on the liability side of the balance sheet, it is also same, that is 1,44,750. Okay, with this we have tallied our problem. All the both the sides, liability and assets are total are getting matching or getting tally. As we have solved the problem, see, that is practical problem number 8, Nana and Nani. Our net profit was rupees 5,250 and here the net profit given is rupees 5,250. Our balance sheet total was rupees 1,44,750, means our balance sheet was getting tally with the amount of rupees 1,44,750, and here also it is the same, means our net profit is also getting tally or matching with the net profit given, answer given in the book as well as for the balance sheet. Okay, so let's move to the today's quiz of day 23. See, always the quiz is based on whatever you have learnt in that lecture. If the loan is taken during the year, then how its interest should be calculated? See, we have already solved the problem and you have understood how the interest should be calculated, how the interest should be recorded. Okay, if the interest is taken during the year, then the options given are, on the interest should be calculated on the entire year against option A, or B, no any interest should be calculated, or C, interest on the months from the start of the financial year to the date on which loan has been taken. See, interest on the months from the start of the financial year, for example 1st April, okay, of the last year, to the date on which loan has been taken. Suppose the loan has been taken in November, so the interest should be calculated from April to November according to option C. And according to option D, opposite to this, opposite to C, interest on the months from the date on which loan has been taken up to the end of the financial year. Okay, so according to option C, interest should be calculated. For example, the loan has been taken in November. The interest should be calculated from November up to the end of the financial year, that is 31st March. Okay, so the 4 options has been given, and how did we solve such kind of adjustment, that you have to remember and give the correct answer immediately. What we will see in our next lecture? We will solve practical problem number 9, that is of sun and moon. Okay, that is of sun and moon, which is given on page number 61. Okay, sun and moon. I expect that you read this problem and go through all the adjustments and all the items given in the trial balance, and I will appreciate if you solve this problem. And what is required to prepare here? See, here again you are required to prepare only balance sheet and partner's current account. See, this is a different problem. You are required to prepare only balance sheet and partner's current account. Okay. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe, and stay connected. Study Homeline.